there's room in it. There's like room in the sleeves. So it's called relaxed muscle, Brian. Is it? Hot? No, I can get angry and blow up a bit. Today. Looks a bit flabby. Anyway, all okay here. If you want, good. Fair play. Fair play.
He hit you way later.
Yes, he did. That was nice of him. He couldn't. He really. I left myself open for a shot. Right, here we go. First day of the final 3 events. We've got the Knack medley. We've got the Flintstone press. And then the car deadlift. Now we've got 4 returning champions. We've got Martins Lissis, we've got Brian Shaw, we've got Alexei Novikov, and of course, our very own Tom Stoltman. So, gonna get stuck into the action in a few seconds. And I must admit, I'm proper excited this. There is some people in this final that I think can really, really do some damage. And in contention for that top spot, of course, Luke Stoltman. And I think Mitchell Hooper is gonna be a real shocker here. Absolutely phenomenal in the events, in the heats, but can he continue that streak? Is that pressure going to get to him now? That relaxed composure that he's had so far. Must admit, he is pretty chill. You know, it's really nice to see someone so almost complacent. You know, he's not really that stressed, not putting too much pressure on himself. But you know, appearances can be different. What's going on inside? So this will be fun to see, and I'm really excited to see what everyone can do as well. All right, guys, I will. Let's get event 1 down, and I'll be back with you in a few seconds about what's gone down in the action. Just about to get going, and Brian Shaw is first up. He's looking focused, to be fair. Looking very focused, and he did say, you know, he's put all his effort into the final events rather than the heat events. So this will be interesting to see. Really interesting. Brian's little mini me's just there in my little lunch box. So everything got me. Got me the shaker bottle. This is great, by the way. Not only the lunch box, link in bio, but the shaker, because it's got the neoprene sleeve on it and it is boiling out here. This keeps my drink cold all day. So it's. Link in bio, guys. Summer's coming up, trust me. 2 litres of water it holds. So yeah, right. I'll get back to you in a sec with the results. Right, guys, that is event 1 over. Now, Mitchell Hooper absolutely smashed that. That was absolutely incredible. Did the course in 21.96 seconds. Tom Stoltman second at 24.75. Novikov 0.1 of a second behind. Now, I think Novikov's got a little bit of discrepancy. I think maybe one of his teammates have timed him a little bit quicker. So they're reviewing footage right now, so it's not actually 100% official, these scores. But they may change, but as of now, these are it. So third place was Novikov at 24.84. Luke Stoltman just a second behind him at 28.72. Martins Lissis completely got his height wrong. As he was walking with the yoke, it was just bouncing off the floor, really threw him off. He got 30.6. Brian Shaw, 0.1 of a second behind him at 30.78. Trey Mitchell, 32.5. Gabriel Rehome, 33.87. Maxime Boudreau, 34.1. And A4 Melstead, 37.61. So, one thing I did notice as well was Tom Stoltman stumbled on the yoke pickup. Now, Tom just has a habit of that very first event in the World's Strongest Man final. He's done it a few times now. He stumbled, I think it was 2020. It cost him the win. He stumbled on that first event. He dropped the anvil. It cost him about 3 or 4 seconds, and that literally cost him 5 points, and he would have won the World's Strongest Man in 2020 if he had not done that mistake. Here, a little bit of a stumble, but he came second, and there's no way on this planet he was beating Mitchell Hooper. So I guess we're just going to wait to see what the decision is on the Alexei Novikov and Tom Stoltman situation. I think, you know, end of the day, the referee's time is solid. People timing from the sidelines, you can't gauge, you know, you can't see the line, you can't time, you know, they're stood right next to the whistle. You know, when it blows, there's loads of little things, and 0.1 of a second is such a small amount of time. Literally, what we're talking, 0.09 of a second. So it's literally from now to now. It's nothing, absolutely nothing. But I'll get back to you on the decision of that as soon as I know. There's one group still to go, but I'm with the winner of the Kanak medley. I bet I can safe to say you've won that event straight away. That was absolutely insane. Martin's Electric Nerve still to go. There's nowhere there beating that. Mate, that was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. The pickups, perfect. The yoke. That's the fastest yoke I've ever seen. How'd that feel, mate? First event, World's Strongest Man, final.
Yeah, really good, but it's the same thing as the heats. First event's really good for me, second event's really good for me. So I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I know that I have to do very well in the events I'm good at. I'm just taking care of business, and yoke is just what I do.
Well, it's insane, man. Insane. Next event is the Flintstone press.
Deadlift first.
The deadlift.
Yeah.
And your deadlift's through the roof. Is it side handle? Is it front handle? Do you know?
It's front handle, 360 in the hands. And even that one, deadlift, I'd be the strongest deadlifter here if we were going for a max.
Yeah.
But things are different when you get an apparatus. I haven't been in an apparatus before, never done a car deadlift before. So, you know, I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch, and reps is a different story, right? So,
but having that massive deadlift gives you a huge advantage if you've done it before or not. So yeah. Go for the win. Go for the win in the deadlift.
Thank you.
Good man. Cheers. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks, Ed.
Right, all the officials have just come out of the TV truck. So they've had the CBS producer, Channel 5 producer, all the officials in there, just making sure it is 100%. They played it in 30 frames per second. So they've claimed it from the whistle blowing to when the yoke crosses the finish line in frames per second. So there's no discrepancy at all. It works out that I think it's 0.09 on the stopwatch, but in the TV truck it was 0.15, so it's actually a little bit more of a gap. Fair play to Novikov and his team, you know, completely reasonable, bringing up such a small error margin these days, and it can make those little differences. As I say, 1 point in the World's Strongest Man final is absolutely huge. But it's been played. There's five frames difference, and they worked out as 0.15. So Novikov's happy. You know, he spoke with everyone, and he's happy with that. So nothing wrong with that. So the point after the first event, we have Trey Mitchell on 10, Tom Stoltman 9, Novikov 8, Stoltman 7, Liss is 6, Shaw 5, Mitchell 4, Rahum 3, Boudreau 2, and Melstead 1. So next event is the deadlift. Now what I'm excited about the deadlift is, I mean, we've got some great deadlifters in this final, but again, I'm excited to see what Mitchell Hooper does. He's got such a big deadlift. I believe he's got the biggest deadlift here at 475 kilos. Now, what is absolutely incredible is he's never done anything other than a normal deadlift. So he's deadlifted a bar from A to B, but he's never done a car deadlift. He's never done any other variation of a deadlift. You've got to remember, this is Mitchell Hooper's 5th competition ever. You know, it's his first international, first time representing Canada. And here he is, Big Z.
Hello everybody. I feel good.
Feel good?
Even when I feel bad, I feel good.
So that's the Big Z here. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Mitchell Hooper does in this event. Novikov is phenomenal at these sort of events. His deadlift's right out there, he was deadlifting 1,000 pounds. But I just think on the rep events, Novikov's just got this switch. You know, he really can just switch it up on the rep events. He's got this insane, it's a bit like Mariusz Podnotsky. Just got this insane amount of cardio and focus when it comes to these sort of events, and he gives absolutely everything. He will give until his body gives out. You know, and literally until he passes out. Other good deadlifters, Martin's Lisses, of course, Brian Shaw, and I think, you know, all the rest of the guys are going to be behind those really. So the deadlift is the next event, so check out the next video to see what's going to happen with the deadlift for reps. It's a car deadlift and they're just setting it up now, so it'll be up on the channel in a few hours, so stay tuned. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon. Big love the beast. Take care.